Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Daily 180 on Tipping It with Jonathan. So, Thursday, this is the day that the Lamb is slain. Now, I wanted to kind of sound sorrowful, but the more it pressed upon me, the more I realized that this was from the beginning. This was from the beginning. The Lamb who was slain before the foundations of the world. Oh, wait, I have scripture. Revelations 13:8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. 1 Peter 1:19-20 says, But with the precious blood of Christ, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you. Acts 2:23. Him being delivered by the determinate counsel and foreknowledge of God, ye have taken, and by wicked hands have crucified and slain. Now, all of this was in the plan from the beginning. God knew that we would sin. God knew that we would need a sacrifice that only He could provide. I apologize. I thought I had it set up. It's clearly not set up well. But so I don't know how long you've been alive, but I'm 38. And I have been the betrayer and the betrayed. When I was betrayed, I felt the world was over and unconsciously held that as like an ace in the hole over that person's head or their heads. But then I have also been the betrayer. And in reconciliation and recompense mode, I came to the understanding and revelation that I cannot fix what I broke. They can't fix what they broke. But Jesus was the only one in life that knew very well his betrayer, loved him, and stayed faithful, forgave him, and proceeded in his assigned mission. What I've noticed is that being the betrayer and being the betrayed, we lose sight. We lack focus. We lose focus. We get distracted. And instead of turning directly back to Jesus, we feel we have the power to fix our mindsets ourselves. Now, if we don't forgive, Jesus won't forgive us. And harder for us to forget because we don't have a sea of forgetfulness. But the greatest of all time is Jesus. For being born, for going through all of life's issues, and for completing his mission perfectly. For we have not a high priest who cannot understand what we go through, right? Jesus went through it all. So my pastor preached a sermon a while back, maybe it was last year, maybe it was the year before that, that said something about how we praise and worship or how we scream, yell at sporting events, at concerts, what else? At rallies, etc. is the way we should be praising and worshiping Jesus. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to a concert, but hands raised, mouths open, eyes lifted looks like praise and worship to me. But that's a man or a woman, and they're fallible. These things I feel also become idols. But his praise will continually be in my mouth. And so I want on this should be Good Thursday. There's very little room for sorrow. There's very little room for sadness. All of this happened before the world was framed, before we were even thought of, not by God, but before our parents and all that other stuff. So we should rejoice that God thought far enough in advance, because he doesn't start anything until he's already finished it, to know that our lives, my life, your life, was worth him sending his only son to die the most brutal death, innocent, take the keys from the devil. He raised the third day and gave us life. Now, but we must be joyful. We must be joyful. Jesus is the GOAT, not Brady, not Jordan, not LeBron, not whoever else. Jesus is the GOAT. Love y'all. Be blessed. Peace.